Buddy, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff Wong. I talk about fitness, tech, and some of the gear around it. And today I want to talk to you about Tonal. I wanted to talk about a couple of things where they can really improve on their product and kind of look at it as kind of a review in terms of the smartness.
It's too heavy.
I'm spotting you. Back to 21.
If Tonal was a person, if they were actually a trainer, let's say there was a spotter there and there's a trainer telling me what to do, saying like, hey, you need to give it your all, give it 100%, and you're going through it. And halfway through, and you're like, hey, help. Like, I can't lift it anymore, and I don't know what to do. When you're struggling at that point, it almost felt like the spotter's just like watching you, waiting for you to like fail. And it's a very painful experience. And you feel like, Tonal is almost this character that just like, what's up? You can't lift it, bro. Like, you need my help. We're only halfway through. And it's a very negative experience. I know that's not their intention, but that's what it feels like. And that's how I felt when I first started Tonal. I'd like to see Tonal have ways of getting feedback more frequently. So if it was the first time, I would just say after the first set, I would just say like, how was that? Was that too hard? Was that too easy? And knowing that, especially that they were a beginner, I think that there's an opportunity to make it more approachable, and especially for that first time experience. When you're initially starting off, asking for more feedback is better actively. So I was doing, I guess it was other workouts, the Romanian, goblet lift, or one of those things where you have to lift up with your legs. And I have bad knees. I think that they should ask you, like, as you're doing it, how are you doing? Like, was it easy? Was it hard? And I know that technology, we want it to be as smart as possible, where it pretty much does everything automated. But I think initially, because of where things are, it's not super smart yet. And rather than trying to act like they're super smart, they should just ask the user. If they ask the user, I think they're going to have a lot more happy people enjoying the workout initially. And I think that positive feedback loop will encourage them to use it more frequently versus associated with this AI that just waits for them to burn out and can't do it anymore and just can't finish the workout almost. And then at the end, there's like a survey. What do you think? It's like it was not that great. So other things for improvement, some sort of voice control. Part of it is to change the weights using your voice. So to say, hey, Tonal, increase weights, or hey, Tonal, I need a spot. Or maybe if you're screaming, it just pulls up the weight. What does the world-class trainer do when they see their, someone that's a beginner, that's like screaming or needs help? Other things too are like just saying, Tonal, load the weight. This is one of the common handles that you use for Tonal. It attaches to the arm, and there's a button on the side right here that you press. It controls the weights, so it turns it on and off, and it works well. And so for those types of workout, when you use this is fine. But there are a couple of workouts where you have to hold it like in this position, like this, and you're doing these kind of squats with it, and it's just weird to try to use your thumb to press it here. It's just hard. At the last one, how do you press this button? You just let go of the whole thing. It'd be very useful to have some sort of voice control so you can load the weight on and off. There's also another piece of equipment, which is this one. This. And there's no button on this. So typically what I'll do is I'll have to activate it with this here first. And then from that, then the weight loads, and then you can use this. You can do the workout with the rope. But since there's no button here, I think it'd be a lot easier if, again, it's voice activated. It seems like an obvious thing, but the Tonal has a microphone built in already. I think that it's something that I could find very useful. So the last thing I want to touch on is the spotter technology. I've had kind of mixed feelings about it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've found that on certain types of workouts, the spotter doesn't kick in soon enough, and it's just really painful. And I just wish that the expectation, like they would communicate when the spotter is going to kick in. Like there should be either some sort of tone, or there should be something that lets you know that the spotter is going to kick in a second or two. It just stinks just to be like under that load, just like suffering, and not knowing when that AI spotter is going to kick in. And Also, I think it'd be nice to have, especially if your level is beginner, the spotter to kick in a little bit earlier to help you get through that initial program. So they should have something where they should have it so that for the first month of using the product, you can, the spotter kicks in a little bit earlier. So it feels smarter. It has that feedback coming in a little bit sooner for the beginners. And maybe there's some sort of setting that you can change that. You can say like, I want, the spotter sensitivity or the spotter, I want the spotter assist to come in sooner, so that would probably be helpful. And it's something that's easy for someone to change at any time. And if you can make that a micro adjustment, I think that would improve the experience a lot. So I think the Tonal is a really good product. It's incredible what it can do. I've seen a lot of improvements in terms of my strength. It's awesome to see the metrics. I've had a better experience now that I understand how it works a little bit better, and I've stuck with it. But I think that initially it just kind of sucked. That I would say the first maybe couple of weeks of using it, first 2 weeks of using it, I didn't understand how the technology worked, and it wasn't very easy to understand when the spotter was going to kick in. But now that I understand a little bit better, I do like it. In terms of the actual programming for the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, it is very interesting to see where that's going to go. And I think that it's definitely going to be the future of a lot of the home gym strength training, like this personalized kind of feel. I'm not sure if other people feel this way. If you had the Tonal and you were a beginner and you felt the same way, let me know. If you had a bad experience with a trainer, and if you have any tips of how to do any of these things, if there was actually a way of activating the voice audio commands or changing the spotter, let me know. That'd be really helpful. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. All right, thanks.